Okay, YouTube friends, this is Shay N5 again, and this is our Saturday's Shay's Name storytelling video. And the story that I have to tell y'all today, way I got it wrote down is about the first Christmas that I remember and how old I was and what did I do and get. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure which Christmas is the first one that I actually remember. Now I recall seeing pictures of when I was a little bitty girl at Christmas time. Sorry, my eyes are running water and I'm drying them out. And I'd be sitting in the floor opening my gifts or playing with my gifts that I got for Christmas. It seems like in the picture one of them was like a tea set or something like that. But I don't think I just really particularly remember that Christmas, you know. Now it seems like that I do remember at one point in time, and this may not even have been a Christmas. It might have been one of my birthdays. I don't really remember, but I kind of think it was Christmas. My mama would go and buy the Christmas presents early, and I found out where she hid them. She hid them in her closet in her bedroom. So I would sneak back there, and I would open the closet, and I would look at my Christmas presents. And I remember one year when I looked, there was this big, and I mean a big, it wasn't a little bitty doll. It was a big, like a tall, almost the same size as me doll. I know I was a little girl, but still, for a doll to be that big, you know. But it was a Raggedy Ann doll. And that was my Christmas present, and I got it that year for Christmas. And I loved it. And you know what? I wished I still had it today. But anyway, so that's one thing that I remember. Okay, there's a few others, and these were later on after I had grown up a little bit more even. And back then when I was saying a little bitty girl, I'm going to say I was like 5 years old, okay, maybe 6. But as I got a little older, I'm going to say that I was around 8, 9, possibly even 10 years old, okay? And this may be different Christmases, or it may be the same Christmas, I don't remember. But one year at Christmas, there was this little doll that I had seen and wanted, and it said a prayer. And you know the little kid's prayer, "Now I lay me down to sleep"? This doll said that. I think Mama ordered it from, I think it was in a Finger Hut catalog. I think that's where I had seen it from. And I had told her I had wanted it for Christmas. So she ordered it for me, and I knew she had ordered it for me for Christmas. And we lived on the coast at this time in a brick house. And so one day, my mama had went to town and left me, my mama, her mama lived with us, and left me and my mama at home. So while Mama was gone, the UPS truck come to the door. And I had to go to the door and sign for the package. And the package was my doll. And I knew it was my doll. But yet, they wrapped it up, you know, and I opened it on Christmas morning. And got my my prayer doll that said a prayer, "Now I lay me down to sleep." And I loved that doll. Okay, like I said another time, I don't really remember. It may be the same Christmas, and it may not be. It may be 2 different ones. But anyway, this is in the same house, and I was still kind of around the same age, 8, 9, or 10. And my mama's brother, Uncle Bunk, would always come. He always lived in Louisiana. We lived in Mississippi. And he would come at Christmas time. And every time he would come to our back door. He wouldn't be dressed up like Santa Claus or nothing like that. He would just be Uncle Bunk. But he would come to the back door instead of the front, and he would knock. And before we would get to the door, he would start saying, "Ho, ho, ho, Merry Christmas." And we would open the door. I would just run to meet him and open the door because I knew what to expect. he would be standing there with this big, huge garbage sack. You know, the big, old, huge, thick garbage sacks. And he would have it over his shoulder, and it would be stuffed full of Christmas gifts for all of us. And that's why he'd come to the door like that. And say, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. So anyway, this one particular year, he was there, and, you know, he spent the night with us and everything, Christmas Eve night. And so we woke up Christmas morning, and what my mama did, she had a tradition, and I loved this, and I did it for a while with my family, but then they grew up, and my girls did, and started saying they didn't want to do that. They wanted to leave it under the tree. Anyway, my mama had this tradition where, you know, the presents were wrapped under the tree. Christmas Eve night, once we were in the bed, she would get all the presents out from under the tree, and she would pile all of my presents up on the couch together. She would put all of my daddy's presents in his chair, and all of her presents in her chair. And if my sisters were still at home, all of their presents somewhere together piled up for them. And we would get big presents that wasn't opened, that would just be sitting there, that would be like from Santa Claus. And I remember one year my sister getting a bike, and one year my sister getting a little organ type thing. And I don't remember the big gifts I got that wasn't wrapped, but I remember those. And those just even maybe, that may not even really be memories. That may be actually just from seeing the pictures of it. You know how that goes. So anyway, but this Christmas morning that Uncle Bonk spent the night with us, Christmas Eve night, we woke up, and so we walked into the living room where the tree was and all the presents, and Uncle Bonk walked with me, because I think this was actually the first time. He would come every year and give us presents, but I think this was actually the first time that he spent the night with us on Christmas Eve night to wake up with us Christmas morning. And I think he wanted to see how I would react, because he had seen all my presents, okay? Now, it was a love seat couch, all right? It wasn't the big, large, normal-size couch. It was the love seat couch instead of a chair, okay? And he wanted to see my reaction. So he walked into the living room with me to see my first reaction when I seen all my gifts. And I killed him. He was expecting me to go, wow, look at all them gifts, you know, and just be so happy and excited about it, because that love seat was full, piled high. I mean, even up to the back of the back seat part of it and the arms, piled high with gifts. Different sized boxes and bags, gift bags, and wrapped up. And he just thought, you know, to him, he thought, my God, I ain't never seen one child or one person get so many presents at one time, even though it is Christmas, you know, or whatever. And so he just thought it was a lot of gifts, and he thought it was so amazing, and he just couldn't wait to see my reaction, and he was expecting me to be all so happy and excited about it and everything. And when we walked in there, and he pointed to the couch, and he said, that's your gifts right there. What do you think about that? I looked at it. Now remember, I'm a little bitty kid. And I looked at it and I said, is that all I get? He died. I tickled him to death. He died out laughing. He was expecting a total different reaction. And I walked in and I seen the gift, because it was a little bit, I was thinking that's the little love seat. It should be the big blue couch. It's Christmas time. I'm a kid. I'm supposed to get a lot of gifts, you know. And I looked at it and I said, is that all I get? And he died out laughing. He bent over, people. He was standing up beside me. And when I did that, he bent over. Dying laughing. I killed him. I tickled him. Oh, my Lord. It was so funny and hilarious. Now that I think about it, But I was just like, I need more than that, So anyway, that was one of the Christmases I remember. And basically, I guess that's kind of all. For like I said, that wasn't my first Christmas I remember. I told some of my first, and it may be different, and some may be the same. I don't know. But anyway, that's my story for y'all for today. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments below, and toodaloo until next time.